What if the story of Dragon Ball didn't end with gods and angels? What if it went beyond, to the very beginning of existence itself? Today, we dive into the epic finale you've been waiting for, Goku Golden Instinct 3, The Dawn of Oblivion. Ages have passed since the defeat of Etherian. The multiverse, reborn and vibrant, thrives under the gentle glow of the source flame. But a deep, unnatural chill begins to creep across reality. The flame, the very heart of all existence, is starting to dim. A silent, encroaching emptiness spreads, a quiet threat far more terrifying than any storm. Wise, no longer bound to a god of destruction, now wanders the cosmos as a silent observer. He has seen the birth and death of countless stars, but he has never felt anything like this. From the deepest abyss, below the very foundation of the source flame, he hears a whisper. It's not a voice, but a presence, a power older than light, older than time itself, a stirring from the absolute nothingness that came before creation. Meanwhile, Goku's essence, having merged with the source flame, feels this presence too. It's a gaze from the void, an ancient memory of something that predates even the Omni-King, something that watched as the first sparks of existence were born. This isn't a god or a demon. It's something else entirely. And then, from that primordial darkness, it emerges. Erevos, the first destroyer. This entity is not a being of destruction in the way Beerus is. Erevos is the literal embodiment of anti-existence, born from the void before the concept of creation ever took shape. Its goal isn't to conquer or rule. Its goal is to return everything to the silent, complete nothingness from which it came. The collapse begins, but not with a bang. There are no explosions, no screams. Entire universes simply vanish. They are erased from space, from time, and even from memory. Trillions of lives gone in an instant, and not even the Supreme Kais or the remaining gods can remember they ever existed. The fabric of reality is being unwritten, and the scale of this extinction is beyond comprehension. As the final lights of the cosmos begin to flicker and die, a single defiant spark ignites within the fading expanse. A flash of the eternal instinct, Vegeta's indomitable will, refuses to be erased. Drawn by the sheer magnitude of uncreation, his essence is pulled from the source flame. From the dying embers of reality, the Prince of all Saiyans reforms, his body forged anew by the very energy of oblivion itself. He is alone in a sea of disappearing stars, but his purpose is singular and clear. He channels every ounce of his reborn being, his pride, his rage, his entire existence, into the weakening source flame. His voice, a desperate roar against the silence, echoes across the void, seeking the only other soul who could possibly understand. We're not done yet, Kakarot. That call, a lifeline of pure Saiyan spirit, pierces the veil of eternity. From the heart of the fading source flame, Goku materializes once more. His golden instinct rain form flickers into existence, but it's faint, struggling against the encroaching dark. The two rivals stand side by side again, watching as the light of creation dwindles and the shadow of Erevos grows, ready to consume everything that remains. Erevos doesn't attack with ki blasts or physical force. It spreads a storm of pure anti-energy, a wave of uncreation that dissolves reality itself. This isn't destruction, it's erasure. Matter, energy, spirit, it all just ceases to be. Goku and Vegeta can't even sense it. This power exists beyond the spectrum of ki, beyond life and death. How can you fight something that isn't there? How do you punch a concept? Just as despair begins to set in, a familiar figure appears through the encroaching void. It's Whis. He reveals a fragment of an ancient prophecy, one that predates all known cosmic law. The first flame and the first void were born together. To defeat Erevos, one must wield both creation and uncreation. The answer isn't to overpower the darkness, but to become one with it. The realization dawns on them. They cannot win this alone. Even their combined power is just a flicker against an eternal void. They must attempt one final, desperate gambit, a fusion, but not a fusion of power or body. This time, they must fuse their very essence, their spirit, their fundamental natures as beings of light and shadow, life and battle. It is a forbidden technique, a total merging of their souls. The fusion succeeds. But the being that emerges is unlike any seen before. This is not just Gogeta. His body radiates a blinding light, yet is cloaked in an absorbing shadow. He is a perfect paradox, a being balanced on the knife's edge between existence and nothingness. This is Gogeta Oblivion Form, a warrior who embodies both the spark of creation and the finality of the void. Erevos, the first destroyer, observes this new being with a cold, ancient amusement. It speaks, its voice the sound of collapsing galaxies. You cannot destroy what existed before destruction. The battle that follows is not a clash of fists, but a war for the definition of reality. Every move shakes the very core of the source flame, threatening to extinguish the last remnants of existence. The end accelerates. One by one, the remaining timelines fold into black voids. The gods fade into forgotten myths. Whis and the last of the angels dissolve, their forms giving way to the uncreation storm. Soon, only one being remains, a solitary figure standing between all that is and the absolute nothing that seeks to claim it. Gogeta is the final bastion, but within the heart of Gogeta, something else stirs. Within the collapsing source flame, the mortal spirit of Son Goku, the simple, unwavering will to protect, to rise against impossible odds, ignites a tiny, defiant spark of creation inside the void itself. It's the memory of a home, of friends, of family, a reason to exist, and from within their shared consciousness, Vegeta's voice echoes, not with rivalry, but with resolve. Let's end this the Saiyan way, together. It's no longer about individual power. It's about their shared journey, their bond forged in 1,000 battles. In that final moment, Gogeta unleashes a power that transcends all known forms. Channeling both the creative fire of the source and the absolute finality of the void, he activates the Omega instinct, a power that doesn't just fight reality, but rewrites it. He doesn't just punch. His fists carry the weight of creation and the peace of non-existence. With a single universe-shattering blow, the Oblivion Strike, Gogeta strikes Erevos. It's not an attack of destruction, but of synthesis. He merges the energy of existence with the anti-energy of the void, collapsing the paradox and forcing the two fundamental principles of the cosmos into a new, singular state. The void implodes, and from its epicenter the source flame erupts, reborn, brighter and more powerful than ever before. The multiverse reforms, fresh and new. But this time, it is different. It is free. Free from the hierarchy of gods, angels, and the looming threat of the void. In this new beginning, the essences of Goku and Vegeta, their duty complete, scatter like stardust across the infinite expanse of creation, their story becoming a legend woven into the fabric of the new reality. Ages pass. On a distant world in the newly formed Universe 15, a young warrior with a fiery spirit and an untamable thirst for battle looks up at the night sky. In his dreams, he sees two glowing figures, one gold, one blue, sparring among the stars, their laughter echoing across eternity. The legend was not an end, but a beginning. The Saiyan code, the will to shatter limits, lives on, and that is the incredible saga of Goku Golden Instinct 3. What an insane ride. Let me know what you thought of this epic fan-made finale in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep pushing your limits.